Welcome to Thoroughbred Action at Gulfstream Park. Brian Nadeau with you as we wrap up another three-day racing week here during the Sunshine Meet. We've got an 11-pack for you on a Sunday fun day, Rainbow Six in race number 6, and that is estimated at $100,000. Upstairs, the track announcer Pete Aiello for your course and your weather conditions.
The weather is perfect today, partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the mid-80s. The main track fast, the Tipton track fast, the turf course firm. In the first race, scratch number 7, Blazin' Praline. Racing at Gulfstream. From the center, Champagne Melody gets the first call, but One Moment is moving to take her on. Splitting Horses Employee of the Month won't be far away. Also into the top flight goes Calafea and the run to the opening quarter. At the rail, Mario's Sweet Girl shuffles back in front of Queen Diana, then spun to perfection. Out the back, Kawama and Pretty Geisha. Half a mile from the wire, it's Miguel Vasquez and One Moment. On top by a length and a quarter, Calafea is there second. 3 back to Champagne Melody, who's now racing in third. Employee of the Month is dropped a long way behind, engaged outside by Kawama. Dropping back, Mario's Sweet Girl, then Queen Diana and spun to perfection. Pretty Geisha has been no factor at all, and Calafea just made a move and takes over the lead. They're a quarter of a mile from home, and Calafea and Edgar Perez, they are the target. They're 2.5 on top through a 45 and 4.5 mile. One Moment, the early pace setter is back to second. On the outside, Kawama tries to rally for a slice. Up the rail, Employee of the Month from between horses, Champagne Melody. But Calafea has bid this field a pleasant Sunday good afternoon. Calafea by 6, by 7, and still moving away. It's Edgar Perez from Rat San Cal. It's Calafea, a dominant first race winner. Champagne Melody at a good price for second. I think Kawama wins the show photo over One Moment in 1:11 and 2. And they're off. Good start on the outside for Oscar's Angel in the green colors, reaching out for the early advantage. Moving up toward the inside, it's Star Prince on the move. Star Prince will have inside position and the lead in the run toward the first turn. Now racing in second is in honor of Sonny, and moving out the rail, it's Ham Dune. He's an early third. Up on the outside, race favorite David Pepperman follows along. He's an early fourth. Then it's down at the inside to 3 Cheers. He's about 5 lengths off the lead, while racing about a half length in front of Oscar's Angel as they make their way past the opening quarter in 23 and 3. The leader is Star Prince by half a length. In honor of Sonny, second. David Pepperman, third. Josh Reddy on the outside, fourth. Ham Dune. Fifth toward the rail ahead of Oscar's Angel. Then 2 back to 3 Cheers and Justin Smiles. Lingering at the back of the field is Law of One. He's a long way behind as they make their way to the final half mile. Up front, it's honor of Sonny by a head. David Pepperman on the move second. Star Prince third. Ham Dune vacates the inside, moves up between fourth. Outside fifth, it's Josh Reddy. Inside sixth is 3 Cheers. Seventh is Oscar's Angel. Trying to get winded up from the back is Justin Smiles. Nothing at all from Law of One. They reach the top of the stretch. David Pepperman striding forward to take a narrow lead. Off cover. 3 Cheers is 30-1 and charging hard at the inside in honor of Sonny, and from between horses, Oscar's Angel. Plenty of hopes here. David Pepperman needs to find more here. Justin Smiles rolling at the rail. In between Oscar's Angel. Outside 3 Cheers. Oscar's Angel gets the lead late, and Oscar's Angel wins. Oscar's Angel for Van Winkle and Ferrer. Narrow winner of 28 and 4.
Any success that we've enjoyed is directly attributable to the men and women who first bring horses to us to sell. You got to have good product. If we're able to attract quality horses to our sale with quality men and women selling them, we're going to have good sales. Everything that we do is going to be to achieve success tomorrow by doing things right today. It's a commitment to get up and do the right thing every day in a consistent and a professional fashion, and that's a great recipe for success long term.
And they're off. Good start. Slew Diva gets the first call and goes looking for the early lead from Leprechauна, who comes away in good shape. Up on the inside, Gimme Some Luck is moved into third. Girl Dynamite is now fourth. Trying to work to the clear is the rail running Grace the Law. She's racing in fifth at this stage. Not Guilty is on her outside. The early trailer is Super's Lucky Lady. To the far turn they go. The leader is still Slew Diva, taken on by Leprechauna. Girl Dynamite forcing the issue, 3 wide third. A gap of 2 more to Gimme Some Luck, who's now fourth. Panici working overtime on Grace the Law, fifth, and not responding yet. At the rail, Super's Lucky Lady, and on the outside, it's Not Guilty as they reach the top of the stretch. Now up to take the lead, Girl Dynamite. Leprechauna goes with her. Off cover, Gimme Some Luck. Running home from the back is to Super's Lucky Lady. They're an eighth of a mile from home. It's Leprechauna resurgent and in front again. A 16th remains for Leprechauna. She's 2 on top. Super's Lucky Lady is flattened out down the center. Grace the Law tries to get third. Second, Gimme Some Luck. Leprechauna wins. Leprechauna for the money. Second, Gimme Some Luck. It's close third. Either Grace the Law or Girl Dynamite. 56-1. And they're off. Check back both Power Wrench and Sir Cross Traffic. The other 2 favorites were away excellent as Hard Storm is immediately crossed over from his outside draw. He has the rail in the lead in the run to the first turn. Urgency comes away in second. Double Miles gets away in third. 3 back to Chingu, then to the outside Classic Equation. After a less than stellar start, Sir Cross Traffic comes away ahead of only 1, and that's Power Wrench, who's last of all, but he's on the improve, so now Sir Cross Traffic is last and headstrong. 24 seconds for the opening quarter. The leader is Hard Storm. He closed at 3-2, and he's on top a length and a quarter. Urgency is now second. 2 back to the rail, and Chingu third. He's racing together with Double Miles. 3 wide goes Power Wrench. Sir Cross Traffic trying to navigate a course. He's had a rough opening quarter. He's racing behind the speed while about 6 off the lead. Then Classic Equation through a 48-second half mile. They pass the half-mile marker and move now to the far turn. It's Hard Storm in front. Urgency begins to go on a move now, and here's Jaramillo on Kentucky Invader Urgency, trying to go after Hard Storm through a 48-second half mile. These 2 have been dominant from the word go. They're 5 ahead of Chingu, who's now third. Sir Cross Traffic grinding home with an inside lane. They move by 3 quarters in 1:11-1, and they're on their way home. The leader is still Hard Storm. Wheels for home on top 2.5. Urgency now second. Chingu third. Sir Cross Traffic fourth, and just gaining mildly as they come inside the final 16th. Hard Storm's almost home. Urgency with 1 final ditch effort, but he's out of time. Hard Storm to win it, and win it by 2.5. Urgency second. Sir Cross Traffic third, and Chingu fourth in 1:34-4. Set, and they're off. G Speedy gets away well with Grand Joker moving to take him on, and on their outside it's Mighty Murphy. So 3 of the favorites set sail for the early lead, although G Speedy aborts mission now. He'll angle off the inside behind the early pace setters Grand Joker and Mighty Murphy. From fourth, that's Catalina Cree. Then back to the inside, Blazing Tyreek races ahead of Gemstone Warrior. Way at the back early is Tricky Tiger, Decisive Pride behind him. Into the far turn they race. The opening quarter in 22-1. Mighty Murphy has the rail in the lead. Launched 3 wide G Speedy. In the middle it's Grand Joker. A gap of 6 more. That's Tricky Tiger improving outside of Catalina Cree. Gemstone Warrior with them. Then Blazing Tyreek. They reach the top of the stretch and they're inside a quarter of a mile from home. Cipriano Gill and Mighty Murphy continue to find plenty. They're an eighth of a mile out now, 2.5 on top. Second is G Speedy. Back to third. That's Grand Joker coming up the rail. Gemstone Warrior. Mighty Murphy close to home on a winning lead. He'll go gate to wire at 6-1. Mighty Murphy is in front. G Speedy is second, 5 ahead of Grand Joker third, then Tricky Tiger and Gemstone Warrior. They're at the post. They're off to the first finish line. Camp Evans away quickly from his inside draw. He'll reach out for the early advantage. He'll get no pressure. Camp Evans to the top. From the outside, 5 eyes on Sky Stars. From between horses, Swashbuckle. Along the rail is Awesome Train. Angled off the inside is Puckered, floating out to Thor. And the trailer is Give Me Liberty. Around the first turn they go. Camp Evans with the rail in the lead. Swashbuckle up alongside now second. Awesome Train under a loose rein third at the inside. Outside and 5 eyes on Sky Stars. Then the team of the Thor and Puckered. They're about 4 lengths behind. 2 back to the trailer. Give Me Liberty. The quarter speed was 24 seconds flat. Less than 6 furlongs to go. The leader is Camp Evans by about a neck. Right alongside Swashbuckle is now second. Awesome Train. Locked in, no place to go third. Outside and fourth is 5 eyes on Sky Stars. Then Puckered. On her outside is the Thor. And 2 to the trailer. Give Me Liberty. They went to half in 47-4. The leader is Camp Evans, 3 parts of a length. Swashbuckle is there second. Still no place to go for Awesome Train. Outside and 5 eyes on Sky Stars. 3 back to the Thor, racing together with Puckered and Give Me Liberty on the outside. They speed past the 3/8. The leader is still Camp Evans by a neck. 5 eyes on Sky Stars is next. 3 back to the Thor as they run to the first finish line. Swashbuckle on the outside. He now is up to challenge for control. Right back at him, Camp Evans. Fights hard toward the rail. These 2 kick off the corner. Awesome Train. He's loose for the drive, but he's 3 off the lead, and they go to the first wire. Awesome Train starts to finish up now. Here's Awesome Train trying to track down Swashbuckle, who's so game, but Awesome Train is too much. Awesome Train wins. Swashbuckle game and defeat with Camp Evans in third in 143-2.
At the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, we believe in giving every thoroughbred a second chance.
And thanks to you, the owners, trainers, breeders, and every supporter,
You've created a ripple effect of change that's helping these magnificent animals move on to new careers and safe, fulfilling lives after racing.
Every single donation, whether big or small, is contributing to a brighter future.
But this race is just beginning. Because of you, we have gained incredible momentum and we're ready for more.
And they're off. Deuxième Chance off a step slow. Maximus Cat and Beijing Boss, the first two to begin. They reach out heads apart for the early advantage from Broken Sound, who comes away in the top flight. He's now third. At the rail, it's Deuxième Chance. Then comes Kissin' the Ladies. Up on the outside is Knight, moving over from the high draw to claim third. Hot Lead is toward the back of the field, and Kai is a way back runner as they swing around the far turn. Maximus Cat along the rail still has a narrow lead. Beijing Boss up alongside second. Knight is a big price. He's still on the bridle third. These top three have made a big time time separation from the rest of the field, led by Broken Sound as they drilled the quarter. Maximus Cat comes away off the turn with the lead of a length and a half. Second is still Beijing Boss. Knight down the center begins to flatten out a touch with an eighth of a mile to go. From way back, Hot Lead is rolling home. He's got the rail secured too. They're swarming on Beijing Boss and Maximus Cat. Beijing Boss has enough. Beijing Boss wins. Hot Lead is up for second. Knight ran third. Maximus Cat fourth in 55 and 2. They're off. Tinky Abario, the favorite, slow to break, 2 lengths last. A wall of horses looking for the early lead, including Check the Grade and Fulminate in the middle. Down at the inside, Pizzicato won't be far away. My Lady James is at the rail. It is Check the Grade on the far outside, doing battle with Chaina. In between horses, Fulminate. 2 back to Cajun Fantasy. Then My Lady James. On her outside is Chloe's Toy. A gap of 2 more to Misprint, who's together with Tinky Abario. Then Sophisticated Cat and Smooth Pebble. Out the back, the trailer remains. At the back is... Actually, the back marker is Smooth Pebble. They run to the top of the stretch. With the advantage, it's Fulminate. Fulminate leads only narrowly. Up on the inside, it's Chaina trying to fight back second. Off cover. Here's a big run from Misprint way out the center. They're swarming in. Misprint charging hard. Knifing between horses. Cajun Fantasy. Chloe's Toy is next. Final 16th of a mile. It's Misprint who has the lead. Misprint driven out here by Relu Gutierrez. Misprint's a 9-2 winner. Chloe's Toy second. Cajun Fantasy third. It got close for fourth. Sophisticated Cat trying to catch Fulminate in 56 and 3. Racing to start the Sunset 6. Gianluca Be Lucky from toward the inside gets the first call. Moving up the challenge is Trackster. Out up the inside, Hasn't Had Enough is not far away. In fact, Hasn't Had Enough guards that inside spot and is up to Badger Gianluca Be Lucky for the lead. Trackster is now third. Message from the King gets over to race in fourth and is toward the rail. Then Tall Story and West Hampton. They're about 5 lengths off the speed, working 3 in front of Reminder. Zayas got over from the 10 post to the rail there. On his outside, Race is Always True. Out the back is Change at Jamaica. He's about 5 lengths off the lead. The 2 trailers, Il Alchemista and Kryptonym. They complete the quarter in 22 and 4. Lively tempo put up by Longshot Hasn't Had Enough, who leads by a length and a half. Gianluca Be Lucky second. Racing third is Trackster. 2 back to Message from the King. Then it's Tall Story. He's in the black colors about 5 lengths behind. On his back is Always True. In between horses goes Reminder. West Hampton is nearest the inside. Then it's Change at Jamaica, still lingering at the back, Il Alchemista and Kryptonym. They went to half in 46 and 4, testing fractions as they swing 3.5 furlongs from the finish. Gianluca Be Lucky makes a bid for the lead. West Hampton has saved a lot of ground and looks for a way through. Getting started from between horses is Reminder. Wide and improving is Tall Story. They complete 3 quarters in 1:10 and 1. Camacho still has hold of Gianluca Be Lucky, who wheels in on top. Off cover Trackster, down the center Tall Story. They're an eighth of a mile from home, and now with the advantage it's Trackster up in the middle to take over the advantage. Tall Story runs at him from the outside second. Change at Jamaica erupting late. Final yards to go. Tall Story has the lead, and Tall Story and Joe Bravo to win it. Trackster was second. Third was Change at Jamaica. Close after that in 140 flat. racing in the coast-to-coast pick 5. Good start for Timely Reward from an outside gate. Cap Ferrat, widest of all, has a bit of speed. Moving out the rail, Party Shaker. Mixing it up between horses. St. Olaf Rose won't be far away. In fact, she's only 2 behind with both sides along the rail. The one way at the back is Strand of Gold. They head their way to the half-mile grounds. Just a Filly is now up to challenge for control with Timely Reward and Party Shaker. Moving out the rail, that's both sides. In the middle, Carol's Honor is shuffled back a touch in front of St. Olaf Rose. Cap Ferrat will commit to a 4-wide run around the far turn and way back to Strand of Gold. 22 strong seconds for the opening quarter. The leader, Party Shaker, has it 3 parts of a length. Just a Filly second. Timely Reward is now third. Both sides along the rail. St. Olaf Rose is between horses. Cap Ferrat hard at work while giving up a ton of real estate. 7 lengths off the speed. They're rolling up front. 44 and 3 for a half mile. They race for home. Party Shaker's gone as fast as possible, but Just a Filly has pounced on her to take the lead. She'll have to hold off St. Olaf Rose, who's angling for a run with less than an eighth to go. The leader is Just a Filly by almost 2. Party Shaker trying to hold on to second. St. Olaf Rose is too late. 7-1 on Champion Equines. Just a Filly. She's in front. St. Olaf Rose is up for second. Third, Party Shaker. Fourth, both sides. Then Timely Reward. 117 flat. And runners away. Good start for our superhero, headed off for the early advantage from Super Document, so Live Oak horses come away 1-2. Fortunate Rider is third at the inside, followed fourth by Shotgun. Outside it's Replevin, working 2 in front of Mark Kentucky. 11 Bravo comes away ahead of only 1, and that's Just Sylvia. Around the first turn they go. Our superhero clicks down to even money and leads by a length and a half. Super Document is second. Fortunate Rider is now third behind a 24-second opening quarter. Replevin is up to fourth, followed fifth by Shotgun. Up to the outside goes Mark Kentucky. Then 11 Bravo still lingering toward the back of the field, and Just Sylvia trails. The opening quarter was 24 seconds flat. Edwin Gonzalez and Our Superhero strut their stuff to the half-mile grounds. They lead by 2.5. Super Document is second, so the stablemates 1-2 still with half a mile remaining. 47 and 3 for a half-mile speed. Fortunate Rider third at the inside. Then it's Replevin, followed by Shotgun, outside Mark Kentucky. 11 Bravo tries to launch a bid within 8 lengths of the lead now, and Just Sylvia remains last. Around the far turn they go. It's Our Superhero on top by 2.5. From the back, 11 Bravo, green colors, white cap. He's going to work between horses through 3/4 and 111 flat. Off the turn in the stretch drive, Our Superhero with a wall of pursuers. In between horses, 11 Bravo, Shotguns at the rail. Fortunate Riders on the outside. Farther out, Replevin. Through it all, Our Superhero is still finding. He's up to the task, and he's a winner. He's Our Superhero by 2 in the end. Shotgun second, Replevin third. Fortunate Rider fourth, and 11 Bravo to complete your high five in 134 and 1.
And that's a wrap on the 11-race Sunday card. We'll take a little break. We'll be back with you for another 3-day race week on Friday. We've got 10 of them for you. Where else would you rather be than beautiful Gulfstream Park?